And meanwhile, back home, while the coastal bend did not receive the impact like Houston did, we still experienced some minor flooding in some areas, which led to some of our beach access roads to close. Well, an update for you tonight. Since then, the city of Corpus Christi has reopened all of those access roads.